All right, good afternoon, everybody. It's 3 o'clock. I wanted to break in, give you an update on the rain and any problems that we're seeing. And really, overall, we're not seeing a lot of widespread issues. The real issue is you driving on roads right now is reduced visibility, slow traffic, some minor high water spots, the visibility with the spray from that car in front of you, wipers. It is a mess out there, and whether you're playing in it or working in it, you're being impacted by it right now. We're going to do this again tomorrow, so just to set the stage for you, weather impact alerts in effect right now for the rain, widespread rain, heavy at times. We're going to see some street flooding again tomorrow. So tomorrow is up and running as a weather impact alert day for Southeast Texas and the Houston area. We'll look at this again, but real quickly, I do want to point out we will still have some rain and thunder on Wednesday that could impact you, but we're going to back off on the weather impact alert, but just because of the reduced coverage. Outside right now, this is what it looks like on your windshield, on your screen. It's a mess, very low cloud ceiling, always indicating you've got some rain. It's raining over downtown right now. I'm looking out the window here and looking at the camera here. This is out of our television station here at headquarters. We're Westheimer at Chimney Rock, and it's light rain outside, but everything is wet. Roads are a little slippery because of all of that. Rain-cooled air, 77 outside right now. Feels like 78, very humid, but cooler out there because of the rain and thunderstorms that we're getting today. Flood risk today is a 2. Tomorrow, it's going to be a 2 as well. That is a 2 out of a 1, 2, 3, 4 tiered threat level. What does it mean when we're in the level 2? It means that we're expecting to see a whole lot of minor street ponding and minor street flooding, but that's all it takes to make an absolute mess of the area. And this is most likely to happen pre-dawn through the rush hour through mid to late morning tomorrow. So your morning plans get impacted by the rain and thunder that's coming in on your Tuesday. Now, at the moment, I'm not getting any flooding reports from these areas, but I just wanted to give you the short list of what is a long list of little spots all over Houston and Southeast Texas that are notorious for getting high water spots. A couple I'll point out. I-45 north at Main, that's North Main. That's on the main lanes of I-45. Quite often that drainage area can be a problem on the I-45 north coming out of downtown. This one, 45 north at Parker, that is Parker going underneath I-45. Again, on the north side, a little further north. That is notorious for flooding and causing a mess with traffic and whatnot. So that's not the main lanes of I-45. That is Parker going under I-45. Another one, and there are a lot of spots like this. Canal in Edo, it goes down underneath a road. So when a lot of the roads that were built early in Houston's history, we have these areas that go down underneath some railroad track crossings, go down underneath some of the roads. Well, you get heavy rain and that underneath part can fill up with water very quickly. And if the pumps aren't working, you can get 3-4 feet of water down there and it can become life-threatening. You cannot drive into that without putting yourself in danger. So be really wary of any spot you're coming up on where you're dipping down. Even if it's not raining anymore, the pumps may not be working and you can have a dangerous high water spot there. And you probably know of areas where in your commute that I haven't listed there where I got to watch out for this corner or that corner. Rain totals over the past 6 hours. Cypress in decline, 3 inches of rain in many spots out there. Aldine, 2.5 to 3 inches of rain. Spring, 1.5 inches. Mont Belvieu had a solid inch. Liberty, 7/10. Hobby Airport, almost 3 inches of rain. You get the idea, 1 to 3 inches plus across the area. That's just today. We're going to very likely do all of this over again tomorrow. And on top of this rain, it'll quickly cause a lot of those high water spots on the roadways I'm talking about. Further south, we had some heavy rain earlier across the coastal counties. So just Liverpool to Bay Harbor, coastal Brazoria and Galveston County, just an example, 4.5 inches of rain estimated by radar. There are a lot of little low roads in there going by some little drainage ditches that can have high water in them. Galveston, almost 2 inches of rain now. About a 1/2 inch total now, Texas City. Alvin, about 2 inches of rain, down 288, heading down to Brazosport. About an inch of rain fell there, heading down toward Clute. What's happening right now? It is a very busy radar. This is a 6-hour loop. So this shows from the beginning in the morning with thunderstorms and then how they've worked their way inland. And now things are they're settling down after a lot of lightning and thunder late morning into early afternoon. And now it's mostly steady light to moderate rain widespread across the area. So everything's wet, but the high water spots are not becoming a big issue. Just starting in Harris County, from Spring to Bush to downtown, Hobby, Pasadena, Ship Channel, Brookside Village, down to past Hobby Airport. That is light to moderate rain, nothing severe. I'm not seeing any lightning in here in the last 10 minutes, but it's just keeping everything nice and wet and low visibility. Still have an active flood advisory for Montgomery County. That's until 3:45. That is for street ponding. It's not for bayou flooding, or there's no flooding on the Sand Jack. It's just urban and small stream nuisance high water spots. Lake Conroe area, Conroe, Willis, Cut and Shoot, back to Montgomery to Pinehurst, 1488 northward from Woodlock. And then further west, Navasota, out into Grimes County, out into Washington County, we've got heavy rain ongoing, not everywhere, but in many spots, and that's causing, again, the low spot, little creek crossings out here to get high water in them. But, it sounds like no big deal. You get caught in that, and it becomes a very dangerous deal in a hurry. So that's until 3:45. Down to Galveston, rain's let up. Oh, and they've allowed the urban and small stream advisory to let go, to be canceled. But be careful, there's still a lot of wet roads and high water spots in some spots. Galveston up to the Bolivar, getting some pretty good rain. High Island right now, good afternoon, High Island. Further down the coast, Freeport to Hawkinsville to Bay City, some lightning and thunder in here, FM 521, but nothing severe. El Campo, Wharton County, you guys are getting a thunderstorm. El Campo up to the Pierce Ranch. And then off we go to the north and east. Hello, here's Lake Livingston. Good afternoon, Lake Livingston. There's Livingston proper. Scattered showers, San Jacinto, Polk County. This is New Waverly. There's I-45 going into Huntsville. Here's the very north side of Lake Conroe, just setting your bearings here. So from that across to New Waverly and into Montgomery County, Liberty County, getting into some heavy rain. And you are seeing some low spots that are getting a little bit of high water in them. Further out to the west, Navasota to Courtney, heading up toward College Station. That's a wet drive on Highway 6. Sandy Hill up to Snook. There's Somerville, rain and thunder. None of it is severe, but it is making a mess of the day in your commute. So everybody just slow down. We'll get through this. So here's where the modeling has us now, with rain beginning to wind down for the afternoon, but obviously, as we just looked at, everybody's wet. We go into 5 o'clock. Again, it continues to wind down, but there will still be some spots that are wet going into 5 o'clock. Your evening activities may be canceled. I guarantee you the practice field's wet if you're trying to do a practice of some sort this evening. 9 o'clock, everything settles down. So diurnal. So it flared up with the morning, got feisty during midday, and now settling down going into the evening. However, it is not going to take any daytime heating to get everything to ramp up once again tomorrow. This begins to blossom, the rain and thunderstorm chances, before sunrise tomorrow. That's 4 a.m. Tuesday morning. It may be that we've got rain and thunder on the Galveston coast up to the bay. This is a high-res computer model. It's not perfect. It may be that some of that heavier rain, even going into pre-dawn, is up in the Houston area. So if you're coming home after the late shift, you're heading in for the early shift, check before you go. There could be high water spots that you don't want to be messing with, especially before the sun comes up. So that's 4 a.m. Already seeing rain and thunder in a lot of spots. It expands going into 7:30. That is a mess of a morning rush. 10 a.m., that is a mess of a mid-morning. We're going to repeat it tomorrow, what we did today. A little bit earlier start tomorrow. Noon, that's a mess. If you can work from home tomorrow, do it. Stay off the roads. Again, I'm not expecting severe, but that makes it for a severe commute. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, things beginning to wind down. You see the pattern? And then by 5 o'clock tomorrow, model suggests we're settling down. Now again, we're going to have some of that activity again on Wednesday, so you want to be tracking it going into Wednesday as well. As far as how much more rain we're going to get between now, where things are winding down, and ramping up again tomorrow, first half of the day, rain totals widespread 1 to, we'll call it 3.5. Widespread 1 to 3 inches of rain on top of what we got today. So tomorrow there may be even more high water spots on the roadways than we had today. It's if we've gone back into this rainy weather pattern. No drought. Tuesday, it's the first half of the day I've got boxed off for the best chance for heavier showers and thunder showers that'll impact you. 80% in the morning, 80% through noon, and then it quickly fizzles and weakens like it's kind of doing now going into the afternoon. We might hit 90. And you know, if we hit 90 tomorrow afternoon, that may be enough heat to bubble up a couple of more afternoon thunder showers. So rain chances don't completely go away tomorrow afternoon, but they do drop. And it's 2 seasons in one. Wet season, first part of this week. Dry season, the end of the week. As the rain chances drop off significantly toward the mid and the end of the week, and then it's just hot and humid. Low to mid 90s, very common, very average for this time of the year, about what we expect, but what we get this time of the year is very uncomfortable. So we're back to heat and humidity that you'll be working and playing in instead of the rain that we've had the past couple of days today and tomorrow. That is where we stand. Weather impact alert stays in effect today and tomorrow. We're live at 4. On all platforms and on the TV side. KHOU 11 News at noon at noon. KHOU 11 News at 4 at 4. We'll see you then for our next live update.